Hi, everyone. Welcome to another edition of our Global Star Party, our third live stream today, Saturday, April 5th. I'm your host, Andrew Fazakis with Astronomers Without Borders. This is actually our 16th edition of Global Astronomy Month. I can't believe it, 16 years strong, and we are traveling today around the world in a series of live streams today. This is the third of the day of hopping around the world, taking a sneak peek at some of the events that are being held today. In honor of Global Star Party. And again, this was started 16 years ago and still going strong, the original Global Star Party. And we're really excited because we have AWB's national coordinators across the world. We have actually 43 of them in different parts of the world, but we have a focus on a few spots, locations that are doing some really neat events. Of course, some places were at the mercy of the weather. And the one today, right now, actually on our live stream today, we're going to be focusing in on Cyprus. And you're wondering, well, where is Cyprus? Maybe you're not familiar in the world. Here on Google Map, we're going to be going to the Kidian Planetarium and Observatory. And you can see that is located in Cyprus right here. This is where we'll be going. And they've been actually telling me, George Trulius, who is our Cyprus National Coordinator, has been telling me they've been battling some dust coming from the Sahara, making it a little bit of a challenge of getting everything ready for their public event tonight. And let's see if we can get George in on the event here. Let's see if we can kind of got him on Zoom. Let's see if we can get George there. George, can you hear us?
Hello there. How are you, Andrew? Hello, world. Hello from Cyprus.
Hello, George. So nice that you could join us on our Global Star Party live stream.
Yes.
How are you doing?
7 days of clear skies, and tonight, unfortunately, we had some rain in the morning, and we have strong winds at the moment. And as you see, I'll try to move the camera up. You see that we have something like 40 to 60% the clouds and dust from Sahara Desert. I'm sure you can see it in the picture, and that's the moon. That's the quarter moon now from Cyprus, and we are at the observatory. We have some people already here. Say hello. Hello from Cyprus.
Hi.
And how are you? How are you doing? I was glad to see our colleague earlier, and actually here we're doing present. Let me try to see if I can turn the.
Oh, we've got a freeze. There we go. You're back.
Yes, I'm back because I'm holding the phone and they're calling to find their way here. So let me try and see if I can turn the camera and show you something from the eyepiece. I'll just place the camera on top of the eyepiece and try to show you the moon as it looks from Cyprus now. Let me try to put with no any specialized equipment.
What size of telescope are you using there, George?
We have a 16-inch LX200, but this at the moment that we're using for the outreach, it's an 8 inches mid LX90.
Very nice. Oh,
Let me try.
yeah, it's
Let
coming.
me try and get. It's coming. I have to zoom in, and I'll try to place it. So give me 1 second because it moved.
Sure. Oh, this is great. We're gonna
We
get a
don't
live
have it on
view.
tracking yet. Usually when we do outreach and we try to have the people experience the hands-on to get the hands-on experience. So
There we are.
we show them how to. Here we are. Yes, some nice image.
Beautiful view of the Terminator on the moon, the shadow line with all the craters.
Yes, and we have. Let's see, we can move a little bit. It's a bit.
Very, very nice. And you know what's
Uh,
amazing, George, that we started the day of live streams from Japan. And we saw the moon through a telescope in Japan at an outreach event. So it's amazing to see that we've just jumped across the world. A few hours later, it's starting to get dark in Cyprus. And here we are, we're seeing the moon once again on absolutely beautiful.
yes. See some seas there as well. Let me see if I can get. Now we can distinguish between Terra and Mare. And let's see, we get a reflection of the. I think the zoom doesn't allow me to go further.
No, it's
It
gorgeous.
gets closer, I guess. Gets closer. So that's the maximum zoom of the mobile camera, I guess.
That looks
Okay.
great. Yeah, we can really
Yes.
see the craters. Oh, it's gorgeous.
And we are observing now through the clouds and with my hand shaking, holding the
Well, this
holding
is
the
what's really interesting, George, is that, you're describing that the conditions, the weather conditions are not perfect. You have dust in the air, some clouds, and despite these problems, you can still see absolutely beautiful detail on the moon.
Yes, of course. Look, I try to start to become a little bit more stable and show you around as well at the edge.
Taking a tour around the moon.
Yeah, so we have the terminator there, and you can see how three-dimensional views you get with at the terminator, and especially near
Absolutely. Look at those
the edge with
mountains. Those mountains, and
yes,
you
and
can
the
see the
mountains of the
shadows,
moon.
the shadows of the mountains. Wow.
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful. And, I hope that people, who are watching this can see that, you don't have to wait until the absolute perfect conditions to see, through a telescope at the moon. Even if it's not the perfect condition, you can still see features. And this is just showing us just
You
how
see,
beautiful.
it's we still have the daylight here. The
Yes.
time here now is 7:30 in the afternoon. Let me try to zoom out so that
Uh-huh.
you can see through the observatory
That's
dome.
through the observatory slit. Yes, and I can see that there are some clouds, you know. Yeah, there's haze in the air, but you can
Yes,
still see the beautiful moon. Look at that. Is it a quarter face today, I think?
yes, quarter first today, and here we have our guests.
Hi everyone.
We have family at the moment, and
Hello.
let me show you.
Hi.
So we'll start observations.
That's beautiful.
And
Yeah.
let's see, let me show you how we do the observations. One at a time. Here we show them the moon. This is lovely, the U shield, because of the humidity as well and dust. It helps a lot.
Looks
Live
beautiful.
observations from the Gideon Planetarium Observatory. First time ever, huh? You have the you have this you have the honor to see it live. First time ever. We never streamed anything from here, like with guests.
Yeah, I think it's absolutely amazing that, we're seeing outreach, astronomy outreach live from Cyprus. So those of you joining just now, we're at the Kidian Planetarium and Observatory in Cyprus live on April 5th. The daylight is starting to fade very fast. The sky conditions aren't perfect, but our national coordinator George is really providing an amazing live stream of showing what outreach is like at an observatory. We started the day in Japan at another observatory, the Bize Observatory in Japan,
Yes.
and we saw kids, families looking through
And
the telescope.
a future scientist, a future
There you go.
astronomer.
Absolutely. Future
Yes,
scientists. And
yes. His name is George as well.
Well, ask George. Ask George what he saw. Like, what does he think about the moon?
Γιώργο μου, πες μας τι είδες μέσα από το τηλεσκόπιο. Πες μας. Πες μας να σ' ακούσει το Σοφία. Τι είδες. Πες. Το Moonpet.
Esto. My name is George. Pedro. Pedro, coisas assim.
That's so cute. Oh.
George Sweet, Pedro, né?
When we do outreach, we don't
Yeah.
have the computer-aided system on because sometimes people that are unaware of the robotic systems, they can push it and break the gears.
Right.
So we don't use a robotic. It is a robotic telescope, but we have unplugged it, as you see, and that is the reason because it's easily breaking the gears.
Yeah, of course. So you have to take care of and George, I mean, you work at you're working at the observatory, George. I mean, what are some of the challenges that you're noticing when you do outreach? Like you just shared one that you have to unplug the telescope. It's better because it keeps the robotics safe. Are there other challenges that you've come across in doing astronomy outreach with your technology?
With the technology. Yes, usually we need to make sure that we keep the alignment of the telescope. You see me better now? Yes. I put a light in the observatory that we are not allowed. We have red light, but it will not be good for the presentation. Sorry, there is a plane passing from here now. Let me try to show you the plane. Yes.
Oh wow, it's getting dark now. Yeah. There's the
That
moon.
is a plane.
Oh, that's a plane.
Yes.
Okay, I see it now.
So this is another challenge. One of the challenges is the planes because we are something like 15 kilometers, maybe less from the airport. And usually when we do long-term projection, I mean, when we do astronomy like imaging, we usually get some problem with light pollution here. And we also have some issues with the planes because you can get the lines on the images. And of course, we also have problem with, you know what, Starlink.
Oh yeah, satellites. Yes.
Lines.
Yeah, the low
Satellites,
Earth
yes.
communication satellites. Yeah.
Yes, actually, we're expecting them tonight at around 8:05 to pass from here. Let's try and move upstairs. It's a presentation upstairs.
Wow. Okay.
There is at the Cosmic Theater, not at the Dome, at the theater. So we will have. Let me show you upstairs. Alexander, you may go first, and I will follow you. Astronomers Without Borders, we are here. And we have a very nice signature here from Mr. Thanasis Ikonomou. He's the guy who made the instruments for all the Mars rovers. Here are some diplomas with our discoveries, asteroid discoveries.
Wow. Yeah.
We have 9 asteroids discovered with the Isaac project and the Catalina Sky Surveying. And this is a World Guinness record. We managed to collect teddy bears, 3,521 meters in continuous row. We contributed into that. And 17,815 teddy bears for Ronald McDonald's House of Charity. It was an initiative from Evita Constantinou. She organized it and we participated and we did astronomy outreach at the event. And we did solar observations during the whole day of the event. And yes, there was a lot of interest from the guys there. So let's come upstairs to the theater now, and we will try to show you here what we will do. We will do a presentation. So you want to stay with us? The lights are off because we are at the theater at the moment.
Okay.
Let me shine here at the screen.
Oh, yes, there we are.
Everything live and unplugged. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Hey, everyone.
So we moved upstairs. So let me try and give the picture here to someone who's sitting here, a helper, and we can show you something, a few slides if you want.
Sure. Let's see. I love this.
Okay. Yes.
And there's no price for admission, right? This is free.
We put 10 euros for fundraising
Yeah,
for this event.
that's fantastic.
But we have many free events. Actually, usually it's the first time after 2010 that we put a price for fundraising.
That's fantastic.
Because we need to research the telescope. But all the others, they are free.
That's fantastic. And we get to see, everyone in our audience gets to see around for free. It's what a wonderful opportunity.
Yes, of course. So guys, so starting with that, we want to say to everyone first that the beauty of the night sky is not for sale, but it's free for all of us to enjoy. This is a statement from the International Astronomical Union. We always have it at the beginning of our events. And it's good to promote that we have to be very, very careful with the light pollution, especially here now that the government has installed LEDs, wide LEDs, and we have a great problem with night vision now, observing and so on, because we will lose the beauty of the sky. And here is the solar system, and let us show you a video of how an animation of the solar system. So we have the most massive object in the center, which is our sun, our star, the planets rotating around their own axis and orbiting around the sun. And of course, the night sky from the ancient time was a challenge for research and from the ancient years. And of course, we know that tribes worshipped the celestial objects as gods. We have the great example of Egypt. And this is a very nice picture of the great solar eclipse, 21st of August in 2017 with the solar corona. Can you see it?
Yes, we can. Wow, yeah.
So we have, based on these descriptions of solar eclipses found in Minsk since 10,000 BC, we also made our own discovery here at the Gideon Planetarium Observatory, and we related the solar eclipses with the cult of Saint George. So, and we made a publication about that. It would be nice if we do an online science cafe and definitely dedicated for that, because it takes a little bit of time to explain everything. And then we discussed developed, and we ended up with the first human flight, 12th of April 1961 with Yuri Gagarin. And here we have a rare picture of Yuri Gagarin with the president of Cyprus. The first president of Cyprus, Archbishop Magarios, because after Yuri Gagarin came back from space, He visited, if I remember well, 64 or 67 countries. One of them was Cyprus as well. And he was awarded, he was honored as a hero. We have a statue at in the capital, and we have named streets after his name. And we are celebrating his achievement on the International Cosmonautics Day on the 12th of April, 1961. This is our sun, and you see here some pictures from the solar telescope. We took our hydrogen alpha filter, and let's go. We talk about the solar activity that it has an 11-year cycle, and we are now at the solar maximum. And we explain that we can observe the sun at different with different telescopes, with different equipment, different parts of the spectrum, and usually we have two options for the people who come here to observe. We observe the photosphere with UV blocking filter, and with our coronado, we observe the chromosphere and the prominences. And of course, we blow pictures of the corona when we were with the JPL team in 2017. We participated in Madras in Oregon. Here we see a solar sunspot with decreased temperature because of the magnetic fields that they don't allow the solar plasma to come to the surface. Very nice picture of Mercury. Very close to the sun, but not the hottest planet. And here we have some places where we have discovered water. Venus, with a very thick atmosphere. Nothing can penetrate to this atmosphere, not even Hubble, not even any other telescope, because it's very dense. And that's why we have the greenhouse effect, and it traps inside the warmth, the heat, and it becomes hotter than the hotter planet in our solar system. And here, the sounds that you are hearing, they are real sounds from Venus. These sounds were sent to us after a letter we sent to the Russian Roscosmos, and we got these sounds that they were recorded with Venera 11, the mission that they sent there at Venus. And we are very proud of this cooperation. And of course, the only planet that we know that we have intelligent life until now, the Earth, our lovely planet. And here is something important that we want to stress. Something that Yuri Gagarin said, orbiting Earth in the spaceship, I saw how beautiful our blue planet is. People, let us preserve and increase its beauty, not destroy it. And because as most of us know that all this space challenge, this space race started with the Cold War and so on. Here we have something very important that we as Astronomers Without Borders promote: one people, one sky. And I mention it in every single lecture, every single presentation, because we have here a planet that we all live on. We are all humans living on the same planet. We are all people, and we are all under the same let's say atmosphere. Everybody, we inhabit the same place. And here we have an achievement that came from the space era, from the Cold War, and we have Yuri Gagarin, who was in the army as a pilot during the space era, talking about peace and about preserving the Earth. So it's a little bit like weird to hear from a guy from the army, but he talked about peace and about protecting the beauty of the world. Let's hope that the wars will stop. But usually everybody is talking about the Soviet Union or the Russia and the America about these missions to the moon. But we also have, as Astronomers Without Borders, we have to promote everybody, and it's good because we have achieved technologies that many other countries now, European Space Agency with missions, and especially India, Russia, and China, they sent a lot of missions to the moon. And we have a lot of pictures from the not from the dark side of the moon, but from the far side of the moon. And here people have to distinguish that there is no dark side of the moon. They are only with Pink Floyd. So, Mars, maybe our twin brother, almost similar inclination with the Earth, the poles, and we have found remains of what we call river deltas. And we had some pictures from the rovers that suggest that they have sediments. And now you know that the latest missions, they are searching for possibly they're searching for microorganisms or fossils at these deltas. And of course, Mars is our next target. We want to inhabit Mars. For me, I don't know why, but we have to take care of our planet first, but it is a mission. So the younger generation have to deal with developing better technologies and more knowledge, and we all have to unite our knowledge around the world to build up the habitats there so that we can send the first humans. So that's the end of the inner solar system with the rocky planets. Then we have the main asteroid belt, which we are very familiar with because we are participating in the asteroid search campaigns with NASA and the Hart and Simmons University, and now the Cisco College in Hawaii. And we also have the privilege now to participate with to the international, to the Global Astronomy Month AWB campaign starting on the 23rd of April. That's another free event that we invited people online with a call to join us as citizen scientists. We are going to train them and participate in this campaign. And from all these 1 million known asteroids that were discovered, 9 of them we have discovered them. We have something like 675 preliminary discoveries from this project as Gideon Planetary Observatory, but the most important is that we have 9 provisional discoveries, and we are very, very proud of them, and we received the diplomas from NASA. And this is a giant gaseous planet, Jupiter, with the zones and the red eye, of course. What do you call it here? The red, how do you call it? Red spot, yeah. And the Tragelida. I'm asking the guy here. Because he said it's an eye, so I said red eye. So, and you see from the orbiter around, and we see an image here which looks like a dolphin. Yes, it looks like a dolphin.
Dolphin, yeah. Dolphin, wow.
From the gases in the atmosphere of Jupiter. And Saturn with the rings, and of course we know that from the moon, from its moon, we have geysers sending out water which freezes and it creates these beautiful rings around planet. And of course, they're very, very far away from the sun, Uranus and Neptune with the biggest storms bigger than the Earth, very cold planets, long winters there. And of course, we also have the dwarf planets. For the romantic ones, This is Pluto with its heart, eyes, and Ceres. Ceres from the Greek Dimitra. And of course, comets that we like to take pictures of them. We have lots of pictures of comets. We had two nice comets this year. And of course, we care about their trace, their debris, because they are responsible for the meteor showers. And we are also the national coordinators for International Meteor Organization, and we are the national point of contacts for fireballs. So we care to know where we have the trace of where we have debris from comets. And we also have a team at the Gideon Astronomy Observatory where we have at the Gideon Astronomy Academy that we hold now for, if I'm not mistaken, 7-8 years. And we are running the Science Center for 17 years now. And our team of students achieved to create a software to be able to track fireballs and to calculate the place of impact of any meteorites. And we are very, very precise. And of course, this is the comet Churyumov-Gerasimenko. And guys, this is a very, very far away object that's supposed to come from outer solar system, out of our solar system. It's called Arrokoth. I was pictured in 2019. And of course, the beautiful molecular clouds. These are from Orion, the Flame Nebula and the Horsehead Nebula. A beautiful place, although my favorite, Andrew, is the Great Orion Nebula.
Of course.
At the Orion boards is my favorite. I can stargaze at it all the night. But this is a very, very nice area as well. So we have a place there where we have the elements for planetary formation and so on. And of course, the black holes, with the black hole, the actual picture of the black hole that was photographed and released last year, a couple of years ago, I think last spring. And of course, this is the event horizon and black hole, because after the event horizon, it's so massive that it can capture also the light. Even the light cannot explain for escape from this place. And of course, according to the theories and according to the mathematical proofs, everything happened with the Big Bang. And of course, we also give this information to the public that the universe, the observable universe, is not what you observe only with telescopes that they have lenses and mirrors, but also with radio telescopes, because we can hear the space, we can hear the celestial objects. And a very, very nice example is the noise that we get without an antenna at our television. So that's the cosmic background radiation, what we call this noise that we in Greece we call it snow. So we refer to it as snow on the television set.
That's
funny. So that's the cosmic background radiation. So that's all from our presentation. I hope you enjoyed it.
Very nice. Yes. Thank you very much, George.
A very brief presentation for the whole world.
Very nice. So George, what's the plan for tonight for your observatory? Are you expecting more people to show up for observing, or?
Yes, we're going to be here for 1.5 hours more. And if more people come, they will go through this presentation and more observations. We actually announced that we are going to observe We will observe, of course. We observe now the moon, and we are going to observe the moon with the newcomers, Jupiter and Mars. But of course, we cannot use. These are objects that we cannot show through the telescope with but just by placing the mobile on top of the eyepiece, because they are smaller objects and they are not so bright as the moon.
Absolutely. I'm going to place in the comments right now is a link to your facility so that people can check out all the information that you have on your website, and if they want to come and visit, they can enjoy views through your telescopes, look at of course, all kinds of interesting activities and presentations. This is fantastic, George. Before,
And a
oh
bonus,
yes,
you want a bonus? Okay, this is our space exhibition with some astronaut food.
oh wow,
And here we have Samantha Cristoforetti that was trapped into space, and Luca Serasini, and some astronaut food with the spring and the plastic with Velcro that they're using. Here we have the Curiosity rover. And here we have some, let me turn the camera, okay. And here we have some space memorabilia from missions. We have space blankets and Saturn V rocket, pictures of Neil Armstrong, Michael Collins, and Buzz Aldrin. Apollo 11 patch, some space mission
oh nice,
pins, boots that was brought to us from Roscosmos, as they were in the very, very first missions. I kept them, and the first menu here from Apollo 11 mission, a replica, of course. Very
that's
small
nice.
and compact. And here we have some meteorites. These are meteorites which are chondrites, ordinary chondrites. And here we have a piece from Campo del Cielo. And this is from Chelyabinsk. We have a very large collection, and this is very, very good to see because you can see the crystals
Oh yeah,
of the cross section of the meteorite. This is from Mionionalusta. It's a meteorite from Sweden,
oh wow,
and they believe that it fell 110,000 years ago.
incredible.
It's called an octahedrite, and it was discovered in 1906. And here we have what we call meteorite rocks, because people bring some samples they look like meteorites and we test them. So here we have something very important. We cooperate with, this is from the Natural History Museum of London. We send specimens there and they do some tests. You see some rocks here that they are plutonic, they come from the magma, and they look very similar to these meteorites. And also some, they have crust. The reason is that the island of Cyprus was never part of the Pangea, and therefore it was formed because of the volcanic eruptions, and it came above the sea level approximately 10 million years ago. So that's also one reason we have no dinosaur fossils here. And many of these rocks, they look unfamiliar with the general public. Therefore,
Beautiful.
they confuse them with meteorites. So we have them here, and we refer to them as meteorite rocks, and we compare them with the schools and with the workshops so that they can distinguish between meteorites and meteorite rocks. What we call magmatic rocks or like plutonic rocks. They come from the magma. And these are tektites from the impact sites, because from the impact of a meteorite, we have a lot of heat transfer and the silica becomes glass. Here we have the lunar dollar from the Apollo 11 mission. We have some collections, collectible coins here. Let's try to see if I can get the zoom better. And here, this is from Romania, and if you put a laser, you can see the solar corona. Because it came out when it was the eclipse. And
It's
this is the
amazing.
NASA radio. Yes, this is the NASA radio job project. This is the radio telescope which connects to the single dipole antenna. 20.1 megahertz. We listen to Jupiter and the solar belt.
It's amazing to see
This
all the
is
connections with space, right? So you're really
yes,
showcasing for people like how space is, everywhere, and the popularity of space, with stamps, coins, collectibles. It's incredible.
street names, statues. This is a lunar phosphatic breccia. This is a part of the moon, half a gram. So this is a lunar rock, guys.
Wow.
Yes, I kept this as a bonus.
Very nice. And
This is a
so I
lunar
guess,
rock.
so this area you have, what you're showing us, this is a part where I guess a lot of
Space exhibition, yes.
an exhibition, yeah. So
Yes, and some,
do you have a lot of children, school groups that go through?
yes, a lot. And we also do astronomy for autism, astronomy for Down syndrome, astronomy for the hearing impaired. And these are the workshops that we do with with the astronomy for the blind and autism. So we did some, so they can understand the galaxy, Saturn and the rings, the craters of the moon, comets and the tails and the debris, the universe. Oops, let me go to the side. So the universe there, and here the galaxy, and this is the brightness of the stars, the apparent magnitude. So they understand like this. And the last one of all, and maybe one of the most impressive things you're going to see here, is the reconstruction of the very famous Antikythera mechanism. NASA spent a lot of money promoting this mechanism. The University of Sonora in Mexico, that we cooperate with them, we have collaboration with them. We are through Dr. Xenophon Musas of Capodistria and University of Athens, and Mr. Eustathiou. They brought this reconstruction of this very famous mechanism. I'm sure you heard of it. This is the first computer of the world.
Yes.
150 BC, Hellenistic period. It was discovered in an ancient shipwreck in 1960. I forgot the date. I apologize. So it was accidentally discovered by spongemen in Antikythera, and of course, it was also trapped in sediments. It looked like this. So they managed to do some CT scans, and we realized that it was wood and copper, and therefore they started to investigate further. So here we have, this is the moon. This is the sun. This is the earth. here it says which constellation rises and when and where, and the gears that were reintroduced from Leonardo da Vinci how many thousand years later. So the Saros cycle and the Metonian cycle, it could predict the position of the planet, the Olympic Games, the Isthmian festivals, and so on. Some festivals from the antiquities, from ancient time, and the Saros cycle that could predict all the solar eclipses and the lunar eclipses. So this is something incredible, a genius invention of the Greeks 150 BC with gears that were then introduced by Leonardo da Vinci, referring to Archimedes, of course. That's why we, in the beginning, they believed that it was one of the lost machines of Archimedes, as it was described in the speech, but now they're saying that it was from Aristarchus the Rhodius from Rhodes. And this is one of the most important things we have here. And of course, people are crazy about it. We do a lot of workshops with that. And we have also books related to that. So
That's incredible. That's amazing, George. You have like such a full facility there, all kinds of things that are
downstairs we have a fossils and geology exhibition and precious stones exhibition as well. And we have a geology exhibition outside from the observatory to the main entrance as well.
it's amazing. Wow, George,
You are
listen.
always welcome.
That's the I wanted to ask you before we go, because we're gonna have to go because we'll be setting up for our next live stream soon from Romania. I wanted to ask you, George, what is your
Say hello to Valentin.
I will say hello, but I wanted to ask you, George, before I sign off, what is your passion? What drives you to continue doing outreach? You've done it for so many years. You're a very passionate individual. What drives you to do this?
Okay, it is a passion. It all started from the young age, actually, and I 5, 6, my grandma's house, no street lights, no nothing, lying up. Everybody was looking for me, and I was behind the house, lying down, looking. You hear me now? Yes. Of course, after
Yeah.
the age, I knew about Santa, and I was not waiting for Santa anymore. I was expecting some aliens to reach us, but it was always fascinating to look at the stars because in Cyprus we are very lucky. Those times we had very low levels of light pollution, and you can still see you go walk outside, you can look at the Milky Way. I mean, even from the town, and it's something very fascinating. It's nature. I love nature, and I like to promote this passion that I think grew my interest. And when I was in England, 1993, I looked for the first time at Saturn. And when I was looking at Saturn through a telescope, I was driven to a different world, to a different, I don't know, like Zen conditions. And then when I was moving my head from the my eye from the eyepiece, I could hear the sirens, the police, the rain, because it was raining actually. And I just managed to steal, without the permission of my uncle, his telescope for the first time, and took it out without knowing how to use it. And I managed to get Saturn in the eyepiece for the first time, 1993, July. So I remember it until now. And from that day, it was like electricity passing my body. It was something unique. So I said, okay, I love football, but I love astronomy as well. So and of course, I have a pilot license and I'm flying as well. But from all these three, I will keep them forever. These three puzzles, but astronomy is my favorite because you combine. I'm very romantic, so I like to go out under the night sky, and it inspires me, and I like to inspire the young generation, but also give the opportunity to the general public to observe and understand our place in the universe, our position in the universe, what's happening around. And when they start to come here one time, and usually they say, astronomy, mathematics, physics, it's not like that. When we combine it with fun entertainment, isn't something that is not untouchable. I mean, it grows their interest for wonder. It grows their love for nature, and they understand that in this chaos that is around us, there is some nice um, things up there that could calm you down, relax you, and see the reality, because this is a reality.
Yeah. Yeah.
We are evolved. How did Carl Sagan said? He said that we are evolved.
From
We are evolved
stardust.
almost stardust. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, we're all star. It's incredible. Oh, George, thank you very much for sharing not just your facility, but your wonderful passion. And thank you very much for your service with AWB, Astronomers Without Borders. You've been an integral person in being able to help build community worldwide. So thank you very much for all the wonderful work. And your facility is absolutely amazing. I think the people there are very lucky to have this wonderful resource in their community, and it does truly build. It builds peace, and brings people together. So. Thank you very much for joining today. And
Thank you very much for your very, very good words and your long-term collaboration. We are very
absolutely,
proud to be part of the Astronomers Without Borders and be the national coordinator for Cyprus.
absolutely great organization, and it is because of hard work from you guys. So, George, we're gonna go. Thanks again.
Thank you,
I
guys. See
wish
you,
you,
Andrew. See you, world.
yeah,
One
clear
people, one sky.
skies.
Best regards from Cyprus. Clear sky.
Clear skies. Absolutely. So there we are, guys. Let's we're gonna wrap up this live stream from Cyprus. This was a wonderful opportunity to take a sneak peek into another part of the world of how things are going. And what we're noticing, guys, everybody's connecting through the beauty of the night sky, of how we share the wonders of the beauty of the heavens. And that's that common thread throughout the world, isn't it? Right? So, hey, join me in less than an hour. In about 45 minutes, I'm going to be talking with our national coordinator in Romania, who's running a star party there. I don't know what the weather is, if it's holding out. It wasn't so great there, but maybe they might get lucky. Just like in Cyprus, we got to see the moon. Maybe we'll get to see something in Romania. But why don't you join me? The only way you're going to find out is if you come on by. So hit that notification button if you haven't yet. Subscribed on our YouTube channel, that it's Astronomers Without Borders. Or if you're on Facebook, just do that follow and make sure you hit the notification so you don't miss our next beautiful live stream that's going to be starting at 1800 UTC, Universal Time, 1800 Universal Time, and there's more after that. Don't go away. We'll have Sweden also coming online with a star party, and other places as well. So come on by. Hope to see you. Until the next live stream, I wish all of you guys, of course, clear skies. I'm Andrew Fazakis. Bye-bye.
从蓝色的小点到远方的恒星，我们是同一群人，拥有同一片天空。
से दूर सितारों तक हम एक हैं, एक कौम, एक आसमान।
From the pale blue dot to the distant stars, we are one. One people, one sky.